I felt like reviewing some game of Summer Wars, and right now in the tournament, round 2 tournament I'm doing, there is a game between Goblins and Fallen Kingdom. I just decided to review it. I've not watched the game yet, so I'm just like kind of reviewing it live. So let's see how this match goes. This is Goblins versus Fallen Kingdom, which many people think favors Retalus a lot. I don't agree with that. I think it's maybe a 45-55 matchup. I think Sneaks has some disadvantage, but not that much. However, Sneaks is starting this game, and I think when it starts, it actually has the edge on this matchup. It's slightly so, slightly, very slightly. But still, I feel I would, if I could play Sneak starting versus Retalus and I had to choose the side, I would choose Sneak starting every day. And looking at the hand, also pretty good hand. That's what you want when you start with Sneaks. There's at least 3 commons to use every summoning spot, and he has it, and 0 cost commons, so he can summon them all. So yeah, great start for Sneaks. So let's see how he plays this out. A Klinger there, Klimber. Klinger. Very smart use of Klimber and Klinger. And yeah, Slinger here's something for those that don't know. I think this Slinger here is very, very smart. Some people don't do it, but you need to use every spot. Yeah, even if he doesn't do anything this turn, you just need to cycle your hand very, very fast. So I strongly support this. So, huh. I don't know what I think about this pylon. I mean, killing that archer is very important, but I think you're already throwing quite a bit of dice, so I wouldn't say it's needed. I will not play the pylon personally, but okay. Let's see what Retalus does. She's a carrier, an occultist. Yeah, here Sneaks didn't sly, which I think is smart because Retalus can one-shot 11 life like nothing. So even if it's tempting to slide in to protect your Klinger from getting infected, I don't think the risk is worth it. So I would just accept that my Klinger will probably be infected and move on. So yeah, he was very lucky though. The carrier failed, and the cultist failed. That's very bad for Retalus. And this is a very interesting situation for Sneaks, I suppose, because he had 2 Sneaks and Enrage. And the thing is, in this matchup, where Sneaks needs to assassinate Retalus most of the time, Sneak is a very important part of the game plan, and you have both in hand. And then you have Enrage the Horde, which is it's too strong an event. You can never discard Enrage the Horde no matter what. I mean, maybe there is a situation, but I wouldn't discard it most of the time. So he needs to decide what to do with the pens, and maybe keep one. I don't know. Let's see what he does, but I think this is a very tough spot for Sneaks. However, the fact that it has so many units on the board, it makes kind of reasonably easy to just use Sneaks now, as you will move a lot of units. Yeah, that's going to be very big, especially now having the initiative on the matchup. Let's see how it goes. Use one Sneak, a second Sneak. Oh, this was smart, just moving the Klinger here. Yeah, this is great. I really like it. Very good line. I don't know if there was a stronger line, but super happy with it. Just getting a Klinger in the face of Retalus. I don't know if I would enrage or sly here. I think I will sly. I think it's reasonable to do it there, but maybe someone can convince me it's a mistake. I don't know. Let's see what Slymene does, and he plays Enrage the Horde, but okay, he plays Enrage the Horde, but I think it's reasonable here. Like, I think it's clearly the better option now because the cultist is still alive, so you have the extra attacks to kill the cultist, so now I think it's not worth to risk Sneaks. So yeah, I like the play. Let's move on with Slinger attacking the cultist. Killing it, doing some damage. A new cultist gun, and now goes the blood summon. Yeah, that's decent damage. Whoops, the water there. Very nice. I think that's a bug. Or not? Oh, he did what? Oh, okay, okay. Now I see. He summoned cultists and another bug. Maybe kind of lucky that he didn't bring sneaks because he only did a lot of damage. But he's cleaning pretty well with this. Sadly, this amount of AB is kind of desperate. I mean, those small units didn't need such strong force, but he got the job done. He just killed almost everything. The clinger there, it's not very useful because it can't be moved. So yeah, I think decent answer by Fallen Kingdom. And now let's see the Goblins turn. It has an unrelenting, which I think is going to be great this turn. Yeah, a few units, yeah, pretty cool. The gate, I'm sure it's going to be placed around here and then just slinger somewhere. The problem of placing the water here is now it's a reach of sneaks, so it allows sneaks to hit and go. But I don't know if there was a better option for the Fallen Kingdom. Anyway, now it's turn of the Goblins. I'm sure that the gate is going to be placed there, but let's see. Move. Okay, the other side. This is interesting. I would prefer to pressure. This will put in Retalus with a rider. But maybe Slymene had reasons I'm not considering. And this gate there is actually fine. I mean, this is still fine. This is, you're just extending your range. Let's see. And yeah, like I was saying, no sneaks can just hit, but he didn't move though. So I don't know. Yeah, I would prefer, I don't know, I would have to consider some moves, maybe no summoning the Slinger, but I would prefer to not leave sneaks exposed, because these open Rattalus to, in this unrelenting turn, to spend energy on sneaks. And I think when it's unrelenting, you don't want to leave your opponent good options that aren't commons, right? But I don't know, that's just my thought. Let's see how Rattalus play here. Water or Sacrificial Pyre. You know, Elot Valus is going to hit sneaks very hard. I'm confused about this play, but okay. Or no, the Klinger. I think this gate structure is pretty good. I like it. It makes me now mess more that this gate is not on the right, but that's fine. I like this position. I think Retalus is one of the few that can actually take advantage of having these kind of placements, because Retalus is one of the best factions to recover spots. So even if the Goblins just take all the front very easily with Infect and Soul Shift, it can take back the front. So yeah, this is one of the strengths of Retalus, just being able to do this otherwise questionable gates position, but Retalus can do it, and it's very hard to deal with for the opponent. So let's see now the Goblin side. A few units is in hand. What's the good point for Retalus here is that Retalus knows that the open doesn't have more sneaks, right? So the problem, once you play both sneaks, then your opponent can just play a lot more straightforward, because knows that can be reached by that random Klinger or Klimber. So yeah, I think no, that's going to be hard for the Goblins to surprise Retalus. I still think like this play, but yeah, just want to point that out. I get there, just come on, get position. Killing, yeah, this is all pretty cool. The Klimber turret is going to be threatening. And something interesting about the Goblins doesn't mind much when you... I mean, I still support Retalus just playing the gates right here, as he did, but The Goblins is actually one of the better factions to destroying gates, because they like to just hoard your gates and be ready to just sneak in climbers. And because of the Slinger have extra attacks, they're super fine with just trying to attack stuff. Even if it's not a unit, just because it's just free attacks. So I think this is fine for the Goblins. However, one of the things I'm thinking, right, as without unrelenting on as sneaks, is now a carrier can turn the game around. Imagine that a carrier coming here, just killing the Slinger, then infecting the Slinger, and then yeah, this is good. That's going to be quite nasty. I don't like just bringing the Slinger forward so much because of that. It's just one life, they're very easy to infect. And that's often the difference, the way Ratalus can make comebacks. But I don't know, it's just... I'm not saying it's a clear-cut situation. This is very tough, so to speak. Slingers... I'm sorry, the game is... it's okay to use Slinger like this, maybe, because you're putting a lot of pressure. Covenant has to deal with other threats, but I don't know. I will have to think about it, but just something to have in mind. And the cover comes, well, not in the spot I was thinking, but yeah, it just comes, Klinger, and now it's going to be, yeah. I would go for the Slingers here, but that's fine. Oh, he doesn't have more carriers. Okay, that's great. Yeah, this is going to be, this is putting some Goblins fight in the middle of the board, and I think it's surprisingly the fight is kind of close, but I think it's close. Let me think a little. Yeah, I think it's close, but I think this can turn around very much, and I think the fact that Slingers are so exposed is a problem. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I should play this match. Let's keep on. Okay, the Beast just attacks the Warrior, the Slinger also kills the Warrior, and Slinger goes for the Gather. Because of the free attack. Whoa, that was very nasty. And now the relenting. This is good. This is very hard. Going to be very hard to deal with by Red. Winning Carrier, but that Carrier won't do much. Okay, going for Snakes now. No, the Beast Rider again. Okay, yeah. I will just go a little more often for Snakes, especially on relenting turns. Anyway, K-Golem just putting some pressure, attacking the gates. A pylon. You hit that gate. And Slinger there. Next skin together. And this looking very bad for Atalus. It's just the Goblins managed to get a very strong position, and look at all these Goblins. Yeah, he's running out of resources though. This is very common for Goblins with 8 against 13, 16. However, Goblins, I mean, Ratalus has a decent economy to fight. Despite the board, the problem is your gate is on 2, Ratalus is on 5, and Goblins are run without sneaks. Sneaks? I don't know how to pronounce different sneaks with sneaks. Sneaks? I don't know. This is getting very scary for Ratalus. I wouldn't like to be in the Ratalus situation right now at all. Let's see how he tries to fight back this, but this is getting very nasty. I think that my key way to try to come back is to use carriers and try to convert those slingers as up. But this is not looking good. Also, you only have 2 summoning spots, which is making things uncomfortable. I don't know where the other gates are, but a lot of gates went down, so this is getting very ugly. Yeah, we're trying to convert. Yes, managed to. The Warrior just now with 3 attacks, just 5 kills. And the Archer. The Fallen Kingdom is just trying to give a fight. I think it was decent defense there. And it's also protecting the gate. I think maybe the other gate's not in the pile. I don't know, but maybe it's in the deck. I don't know. But yeah, I think this was very good. And lucky for the Fallen Kingdom, there are no more events, sneak events. So yeah, probably this is safe for now, except Enrage the Horde. Let's see. The Climber coming, Larv. Maybe just trying to... Oh, I didn't see that. I missed that. Yeah. That can be anti-game right there. This Enrage the Horror is going to be game. Even if it doesn't kill Redal, it's going to do so much damage. Yeah, so many slingers, so many smacks. Enrage the Horn. Yeah, ugly. Does this end the game? Yes. Yeah, even if that didn't finish the game was kind of finished. I mean, there was a lot of units. Maybe the gate... there wasn't more gates. I think it was a good defense by the Fallen Kingdom. But Sphinx had a great start. It started, which is very important to this match. It had unrelenting at the right times. Good Enrage the Horror. Well played by the Goblins, but there was also some lag helping there. So I think that's all for the matchup.